Hello everyone and welcome to the May 12th update for Captain Stardust. This week we had 12 commits from 2 different contributors, which brings our lifetime commits to 205 from 9 lifetime contributors, and we just wrapped up week 10 of 21. This week, Ryan came in and added a pause menu that is currently a work in progress and added a click event to that menu. I'm running into a bit of an issue where I'm not finding that file in the project files, so I reached out to him to see where that may have landed. So we won't be able to see that this week, but we may see it next week. I went through and added more description to Mission 0, set up the foundation for world events, completed Mission 1, connected the main menu to New Lincoln City so we can launch Mission 0, and then created and uploaded a new test build to itch to make sure that that is still working. So if we were to jump into the game over here, first I wanted to look at the main menu and the transition point into that. So right now we just have these 2 buttons. We have play and credits. Credits will pop this little button up here or the string for load credits, and play will take us into Mission 0. So I'll look at that when we look at the build itself. Next I wanted to look at the world events, which are these gigantic spheres. So the idea is we'll have these scattered around the world, and so as the player is traveling through the world, if they hang out in these zones for a certain period of time, there's a chance for one of these world events to spawn. So that could be like helping somebody cross the street, getting rid of some traffic backup, delivering some pizza, or other items that we have to help flesh out the dynamic of the world. So right now it is just an orb where, whoops, I may need to disconnect the thing so it doesn't autoplay. One moment here. We'll just disconnect this guy. Compile it again. And hopefully now we should have control over our character. There we go. So if we walk up and enter the sphere, then we should be triggering a countdown for a certain world event. There we go. Player left the world event and player entered the zone. And then up in the top left, it had the countdown amount, which I think was about 7 seconds. And then once those 7 seconds are done, you can see that it said World Event 2 triggered. So then we have a list of different opportunities that it can pull from, which are tucked away inside of this blueprint. So right now it's just World Event 1, World Event 2, World Event 3. So then as we add more, then we'll flesh out what the actual mechanics of these do. So that is the world event. Next, I wanted to look at the build itself. So hopefully this opens in the correct window. There we go. So this was built this morning, so we didn't tie in the main menu. But here we're looking at the full game starting at Mission 0. So we have the objective in the top right, we have the narration in the bottom middle, and this is our revised world, or Mission 0, where you can come up here, and it's asking you to pick up the plane. In the top right, it asks you to pick up the plane. We looked at this primarily last week, but I did add a couple more elements of controls in the top right up there. So we can take this and then go deliver it over here to this little stadium here. We'll drop that off, and then Mission 0 is complete. So now we should be able to load into Mission 1. So after Mission 0 is completed, I wanted to give the player a little bit of time for them to explore and figure out the controls a little bit more before the next mission automatically launched. But here is our next mission, which is Timmy T, one of your friends that is always getting into trouble here. So you can still move around and you can still navigate, and the world will still go on around you. So in this case, his rooftop roller derby freeze tag game isn't going very well, so he's going to want you to go assist him. So once his dialogue is done, he will put a spot on your map, which is this objective marker right in front of us. And the trigger box is also sitting right there. Once you hit that trigger box, it spawns 5 different muggers right up here. And the way that the story is written, they're like slipping around on their skates, so they're not actively attacking you, but if you get up next to them, then you will lose health. So up in the top right, we have a ways to attack these people. So then we have right click down there. We have our laser or energy orb in our hand there. We can press the focus key, and then we can also attack them that way. And then once all 5 of them are taken care of, there we go, all 5 of them should be gone. Then Timmy will tell you that he's very appreciative of that, and then we will load into the next mission. So now we have mission 0 and mission 1 completed inside of its own build. So we are really making progress with the game. So I will kill the game since we don't have a way to currently exit the game. There we go. And then we'll jump on over to the Vikunja board. So we're wrapping up our weekly video of this week. Next week, we're going to work on mission 2. We still have a bit of a backlog going for audio. We are going to start working on our world events. We slid forward the cars driving on the road. And then we also have quite a few bugs that are starting to pile up. If anybody wants to jump in for some low-level ways to make some significant impact, we do have these bugs available. And I believe that is our weekly update for Captain Stardust.